Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Lobotomy and Asylum Field Day, where we're just about to start episode 8 and turn 14. Don't think there was too much wrong with the last episode, so we're just going to crack on. So let's go across to the player area. We've got a few cooldowns to do and then we'll get on with the game. And here we are at the player area. First player is going to be Beatrice, but let's do those cooldowns. So there are quite a few cooldowns because of the movement card last turn, where we didn't want to lose any insanity, so we put a load of skills on cooldown. We'll just knock them all back. So there we go, and just the last one is hit and run. That's down to 1. So there we go, that's all the cooldowns done. As I said, it's Beatrice to go first. Let's go back to the board. And here we are with Beatrice. There she is. She's got the purple base just down there. Now, she is on a body. We'll just move Nick out of the way. And she's going to search this body. Now, it's dead easy to search bodies. You just search them. You don't have to roll any dice or anything. But the big thing is when you turn the body over, because it may be a monster. So let's see what we've got here. No, not a monster. We have got another weapon. We like weapons. So we'll get ourselves another weapon. I'll put the body back in the body bag. No pun intended, but that is quite a good one. So that's back in the body bag. And we will get the weapon deck. So here we go. She's only got a kitchen knife, so she's got plenty of inventory space. Let's see if she can get something pretty funky. We could do with another ranged weapon. We get a scythe, which isn't a ranged weapon, but it's amazing what they leave around mental asylums, isn't it? A scythe. So it must come in from the garden. Though, to be honest, she is completely hat stand, and this could be something like, I don't know, could be a plastic spoon. Yeah, she just thinks it's a scythe. So anyway, she's picked up a scythe, 7 dice. That is pretty cool, and it's gain fire against ethereal monsters. So if we come across any ethereal monsters, this will be pretty good. It is large, but she's got plenty of space, so that's fine. But it's only got 4 actual durability. So I think what we'll do with this is we'll keep it just in case any of the further scenarios have ethereal monsters, and then that will come into its own then. So we'll put that over on her player area. She now has a scythe and a kitchen knife. Put the weapon deck back. Excellent. Alright, so that was her first action, searching the body. For her next action, she's actually going to take a look at this door. So she can't, because she's used that action, she couldn't go 1, 2, and she'd go in here with the mental patient, but she couldn't actually attack, she'd run out of actions. So she may as well have a look at this door, so get rid of that door. We will get the door bag, which is here, and we'll see what we get. Is it open, barricaded, or locked? It is barricaded. So pop that back there. So another 2 barricade there. And what is she going to do now? I think she will move. She's just going to move 1 to here. Now that does put her, you know, right next to this mental patient, but we've got loads and loads of people here, loads of characters, so hopefully one of those will deal with this gentleman. Okay, so that is it for her actions. She searched the body, then she tried the door, and then she moved. So that's it for Beatrice. Next up, it is Nick. And here we are with Nick. There he is, red base. And what's he going to do? Well, he's going to move, and he's going to actually take this guy on. So he's going to go 1, 2 into here. He's going to say, hello, my name is Nick. And he's going to proceed to beat the living daylights out of him. I nearly said something else there. That's gone in there, and he's going to deal with this mental patient. So he's got one action left, but he also has the scalpel. And this is 4 dice, but you gain a free attack with this weapon each turn. So we're going to get a free attack with the scalpel. So he's going to attack with the scalpel first. He's going to do his free attack. That's 4 dice. Remember that the mental patient does have 1 defense. So, come on, Nick. Let's have it. And he gets 2 hits there. He gets a 6 and a 5. The 2 and the 3 miss, but he didn't roll a 1. So we do get a single hit onto our mental patient friend here. So that's good. Then, because that was a free attack with the scalpel, he's going to attack with the fire extinguisher. Now the fire extinguisher has 5 dice. He's not going to use, you can just see it here actually, he's not going to use the 8 dice yet, because that would destroy the fire extinguisher. He's just going to, we're just going to try and put some hits on this guy, because we still have some people here that can cause some trouble. So, come on Nick, fire extinguisher, and he hits on a 4+. We've got 2 1s there, which is bad. So that means we've lost another durability off it. So there we go, it's on 2. He hits on a 4+, so that 3 missed. The 4 will miss because of the actual defense, so we've got another single hit. So that is 2 hits on our mental patient, who has 4 health. And that is it for Nick. So he moved twice, used 2 actions in moving, and a free action with the scalpel, and then he attacked with the fire extinguisher. Unfortunately, he hasn't caused the death of that mental patient. Somebody else will have to finish it off, but he has got a couple of damage on it. Okay, that's it for Nick. Next up is Helena. And here we are with Helena. She's just here with the yellow base. First of all, she's going to use Shadow Step. This is going to cost her nothing, and we'll put it on cooldown 5 there. So she's got Shadow Step, and she's got Ethereal Movement for the round now. And what that's going to do is it's just going to save us a bit of time, because for her first action, she's going to walk through the wall, which she can do. If you can see the actual corner here, and there's the actual space itself, so she can actually walk through that particular portion of wall to here. Now that she's here, she's going to use another of her abilities, and she is going to use Hypnotizing Eyes. So we're going to put that on a cooldown 5. And Hypnotizing Eyes, she gets 8 dice and 1 range. If this attack deals damage, you can move 1 space in any direction and recover health. But she's not lost any health as it stands, so that's fine. But she is going to be rolling 8 dice, and she is going to be attacking this mental patient. So we'll get 8 dice together. So there we go, we've got 8 dice attacking the mental patient, which has 1 defense. So what have we got there? We've got a 6, that's a hit. We've got another 6, that's 2 hits. We've got a 5, which is a hit. And I do believe she hits on a 4, so that 4 is a hit as well. These all missed. Doesn't matter, we did some 1s because she's using an ability and it doesn't have durability. So that is 4 hits. We lose 1 because of the defense. Still 3 hits, which is more than enough to kill our friend the mental patient. He goes back with his buddies off the board here. We've killed him. That means, I'll actually remember at the correct time, we can take one of our cooldowns off. And I think we'll take a cooldown from Shadow Step, because I think that's going to be a really good ability. So we've We've killed the mental patient, which allows us to accelerate one of our cooldowns, and we've chosen Shadow Step, which is now down to 4. Because she's actually did damage, she gets a free movement. And I think her free movement will be to... Again, we'll just move Beatrice out of the way. Again, you can see where the actual spaces are. She can actually move into here. So that was a free movement. So she's only used 2 actions up to now, and she's still got 1 action left. And for a final action, she's going to move again, and because she is still shadow stepping, she's going to move in here. Remember, this door is barricaded, but I have a plan for getting her out of there. There is a door here, so she can actually walk up here. Yeah, and we've still got another door there. So that is it for her. Let me just check I got all my actions right there. So the first thing she did was generate Shadow Step. That didn't cost anything. Then she used 1 action to go through the wall. Then she generated Hypnotizing Eyes, which didn't take an action. The attack did. So that was a second action. She killed the mental patient. She got a free movement because she did damage. And then with a final action, she used Shadow Step because it lasts all turn. And she went into this room here, which looks like a bit of an operating theatre. Right, that is it for Helena. Next up, it is Bernard Smith. And here we are with Bernard. There he is. Green base, and he's going to be a busy boy this turn. First thing he's going to do is he's going to use his prosthetic leg and get free movement, and he's just going to move here. So not spent an action yet, just used his prosthetic leg and its special ability. Then he is going to attack, and he's going to attack that scavenger, and he's going to attack with his pistol. Now his pistol is 5 dice, it's got fire, so it will ignore any defence. Now the scavenger hasn't got any, but just reminding myself for the future, it does have fire, and it's got a range of 1, so he can hit from there. He's not going to use the ability of the pistol to get extra attack dice and use up durability. He's just going to shoot with the 5 dice. So we'll get 5 dice again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's just going to shoot at the scavenger, which has got 3 health, no defense. And he's rolled rubbish. Oh, he gets +1. He does get +1 to attack rolls, so that's actually a 5. So that's 2 hits. Those go up to 4s, and that goes up to a 3, but they miss. So he only got 2 hits on it, which is a downer. Yes, I wanted him to do something else as well at the end of his turn, but he's not going to be able to do that because he's going to have to attack again. So he's going to attack again. And 5 dice again. And these all get +1, they go up to 3, so they miss. That 4 goes to a 5, which is a hit. That 4 goes to a 5, which is a hit. And if we can find the 5, and that 5 goes to a 6. Where's a 6? There, 3 hits. Killed this scavenger, which means we get another progress. Remember, we didn't get a progress for that mental patient because we've already achieved that objective. So we've killed that. He gets a cooldown because he killed a monster. And he will get his hit and run back. So he's now got hit and run back. And that was his second action, wasn't it? Yes, used his prosthetic leg for free. Attacked twice for 2 actions. Killed the scavenger. Marked down that the scavenger has gone. So we're on 4 scavengers. We just need 1 more. And what is he going to do with his remaining 2 actions? Well, first of all, he's going to move. So he's going to move back here. Then he's going to use another of his abilities. And he is going to use Street Smarts. It's not going to cost anything. And what he's going to do, he's not going to recover any health. He could do, but he's not going to. Or remove a door token from your space, and that's what he's going to do. And it's not going to cost him anything. Yep. So he's put Street Smarts onto cooldown, and we can just remove this. Yep, it's just gone. For the price of his ability, he's able just to remove the door token. That means that Helena can actually get out of here. Yep, she can come out. We've got no scavenger here that's going to cause her any problems. These guys up here, they're too far away, even if they move twice. So she should be able to get out. He has got one action point left. So he is just going to move here. Yep. So they're all ready to take on this lot. Poor old Nick, he's in a bit of a problem, because when the scavenger moves and when this guy can't actually make it, but the scavenger can, the scavenger will be attacking Nick during the mythos phase. Okay, that's it for the character phase. Next up is the monster phase. And here we are at the monster phase. I've kept zoomed in because obviously we're going to have a monster attack. I'll be amazed if we don't have a monster attack. So we need the movement deck. So usual, just give it a quick shuffle and a cut and see what we get. And we get Crush Your Face, which doesn't sound very good. Oh, this actually takes the place of... They don't get fire for this turn, because this one takes the place of the old one. So it's just whatever benefit they get off this. Mental patients gain power attacks for this turn. So that's took precedence over the previous one. The previous one is now gone. So that's lucky, because I thought he was going to lose one of his defense, but he isn't. We do lose one of our progress. So we're back to 17. We're going to lose another locker. So we're down to having only looked at 2 lockers, but we've got another couple here. So we'll lose another locker, and so that means we're on 4 scavengers. We've achieved the mental patients. We're on 2 nurses, and 2 lockers, and 4 memories. Yep, so that's where we're up to, I believe. It'll flash up on here if I've calculated incorrectly. I'll check during editing. So, yeah. So they've got power attacks this turn, but none of them can reach us, so that's good. We've took the locker off the progress. We do get a memory shrine. So let's roll for where that's going. And that is C, which is good, because we're in C quadrant. C11. Just in here. That is great news. So just what we needed, a real bit of luck. So we've popped that in there, and we do get Warden movement. Now that's up here, and he goes onto space 9. So he's getting there. Oof, not far away now. Right, so we've done that. Then we've got to do monster movement. And after we've done the monster movement, we'll get 2 scavengers. Okay, right, I'll just do the monster movement, be back in a moment. Okay, monster movement is done. I'll show you where everything is at the end, because first of all, what we've got to do, even before we spawn those 2 scavengers, is we will have an attack here. So we'll get rid of those. And the monster is going to be attacking Nicholas. Now, the scavenger is going to get 5 attack dice, and he's got precision. So if he rolls a 6, it's bad news for us, because when you have precision, what that means is if you roll a 6, and that's before a bonus, so a natural 6, then what will happen is you will ignore defense, totally ignore it. So we don't want any 6s. He's going to be rolling 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's roll. He didn't roll any 6s. Woohoo! And it only hits on a 5. So all those missed. He does have a 5 here, but good old Nicholas, yes, he has 2 defence. You can just see it there. So he managed to shrug that off, no problem. So that is a fantastic result. Well done to Nick. Well done, lad. Right, let's roll for where these 2 scavengers are going to go. We'll use the other dice because those green dice seem to be putting it in C and D all the time. So we'll try the other set I've got. And that's all like it. We've got A11. So let's get a scavenger in A11. That is right up here. And the other scavenger is going to C9. Damn it. Oh no, that's alright. C9's that little... this is like a horde of them. It must be coming up out of the loo. And that's about the 3rd monster that's come out of that toilet. Right, there we go. So he's in there. I'll just back up now and I'll just show you where all the monsters are on the board. And here we are, all backed out. Right. So that new scavenger, the way in A11, that's up here. And yes, you saw the guy who came up through the toilet bowl. He's there. Everybody else, this scavenger obviously moved here. The mental patient moved here. These that were around here are coming down here. This guy's down this way. I forgot him. Don't. He's here. And there's always one I miss. That guy was new. The nurse, she's coming this way as well. He's only moved 1, this scavenger, because he came out of that small room, got exhausted because he went through a door. And all these guys down here, they're making the way through here to sort of join these. And this mental patient, he was going this way, but now he's decided it's quicker to cut through here, so he's coming down here. So that's where all of the monsters are, but that's fine, we can take them on. Okay, right, that's it for the monster phase. Next up is turn 15, and it will be the investigator phase. Let's get across to the player area and do our cooldowns. And here we are at the player area. Our first player is going to be Nick this turn, so we'll pop that there. His cooldown, hibernation, that's going to go down to 2, which is good news. Then Helena, her hypnotising eyes comes down 1, her shadow step comes down 1, and her blur comes down 1. So there's only faith healing that she hasn't used. Bernard, his street smarts comes down 1. His dual wield comes down 1, he's nearly got that back, and Dancing Queen for Beatrice comes down. Okay, that's all of the cooldowns. First up is Nicholas for turn 15. Let's go and see what he's going to do. I think it's going to be a bit of beating up. That is what he's going to do. And here we are with Nick. So he's in the same, he's in space 8 here with this scavenger, who he is going to attack. So if we kill this scavenger now, then what we're going to end up with is we will have completed our scavenger objective. We're currently on 4. This will be our 5th one. And first of all, he's going to attack with his scalpel again. This is a free attack, so it's not going to cost him an action. He's just going to get 4 dice. Remember, the scavengers don't have any defense whatsoever, which is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see if he can do some damage. He can't. He whiffed. We're all rubbish. He hasn't been too good, Nick, to be honest. He has missed quite a few rolls. We'll get rid of those. They were crap. Fortunately, that was a freebie, so I'm not too bothered. For his first proper action, he's going to use his fire extinguisher. Again, 5 dice, and he's going to attack again. And I can't believe that got cocked. I've never seen that before. And that's another rubbish roll. Oh, thank God for that one that got cocked. So he got 2 damage there. And he also lost a durability off his fire extinguisher. So it's 3 out of 5 at the moment. Not very good. But he did get 2 hits on the scavenger. Come on, Nick. You're better than this, man. We'll get rid of that load of crap. We'll try some other dice. Always swap your crap dice out. And so for his second action, he's going to attack again. Come on. God, another 1. So 4. So the fire extinguisher has nearly had it. What we might do with the fire extinguisher actually is, now it's on its last durability, we may as well use that 8 attack, you know, at some point and destroy it. But yeah, so what, he hits on a 4, doesn't he? So 1, 2, we got 3 hits. So we have killed the scavenger and we have achieved our second objective, which is excellent. He's killed something. So he's going to put his hibernation on cooldown. He's going to take it down, so it's only got a single round left to go now. And he has 1 action left. I was hoping he'd kill it, you know, pretty much in one go, and then he could have had, you know, a bit of a pop at this mental patient here. He is going to move, however. He's going to move into the mental patient space. The reason for that is he does have the best defense. So if he's in the same space, the mental patient isn't going to move. We get to make a choice who it's going to attack, if it's still there, because I'm going to try and kill it. But if I don't kill it, then I'll just make sure the mental patient chooses Nick. If I can. Yeah, if I can't kill it, I'll just make sure Nick's the only one in the same space, and that's the guy that he'll attack. Okay. Oh, I've still got the what's it deck out here. So I've still got the last the last movement card we used. I'll move that out of the way. Okay, so that was Nick's go. Next up, it is Helena. And here we are with Helena. She's in here and she's next to this locker. She is going to search. So we're going to search this locker. We'll get rid of that. And that means we need the locker bag. So get the locker bag out here. Come on. And what do we get? We get, it's a normal filing cabinet. But, oh yeah, that's all we want. Yeah, we just want to make sure that we can get at least something. Weapon, probably not. But we've got a chance of getting, we might even get an equipment or a medicine. Hopefully we'll get a medicine. We only need 1 success for that. So we'll plonk that there. She gets to roll, and she's got 7 imagination, so she will be rolling 7 dice, which is good. So 7 dice, 4s and above for successes. Come on, Helena. What are you going to find? Oh, look at all those 1s. Oh no, 1, that's a 4. 3 1s though. So we got a 4, 4, a 4 and a 6. So she did get 4 successes, which means we could get an equipment and a medicine. So that was a good roll actually. Just seeing those 3 1s threw me off. So first of all, we'll pick the medicine. This is small, so won't count towards any inventory. Will she get something good? She gets Tamazepam. Brilliant. Recover 1 health. And, ooh, look, 3. So that's like having 3 health, that. So that's really good. Good find. Especially seeing as it's not going to use any inventory. Then we have a look at the weaponry. Not the weapons, it's equipment, isn't it? So, equipment. Let's see if we can get something really good out of the equipment. We get a scarecrow's hat. Gain avoidance 6 and immunity to unholy. This is armour. She doesn't have any armour, so that's good. And it's got 3 durability. And she's got to get rid of something. Damn it, I forgot about the sledgehammer. Right. Okay, just going to have a quick think about what to get rid of, because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got 5 items now. Damn it! Okay, just gonna have a think. Okay, I'm back. What she's gonna get rid of is the sledgehammer. We're gonna discard it. Yeah, it is large. It's good because it rolls 7 dice, but I think we've got some butt kickers in the team, and yeah, I think we can afford to get rid of that sledgehammer. So she got rid of that sledgehammer. Does remind me, we did kill a scavenger, which puts us on to 18, and that's another locker, which puts us on to 19. And we've now got 4 lockers. We only need 1 more locker, and if we get another locker, what that will mean is we're only 1 away from kicking off the second scenario, because we'll have 3 of our objectives fulfilled. We've got the scavenger one that we've done, we've got the mental patient one we've done, another locker, and we'll do the locker objective as well. Okay, right, so she searched for her first action. For her next action, she's going to move. And is that a line? Is that a line? Oh, yes, she can only get here, and that is a line. Yeah, so dump, dump, yeah. I think there's a line there. It's difficult to see, but I do think there's a line there. Yeah, it looks like it to me. So she moved in here. She could have a look at the locker, because that spanned both lines. Then she moved 1. So for a third action, she's just going to move here, because there's another line there. I didn't realise there was so many lines. I did mention this at the beginning, the board is a bit dark. So, and I didn't realise there was so many spaces in here. We might be cutting it fine with these guys coming out, we'll have to see. But yeah, that's it for Helena's turn. And next up is going to be Bernard. And here we are with Bernard. Green base, remember, he's got the green base. So he's going to use his prosthetic leg for his free move. It's excellent, that prosthetic leg. Love it. So he's going to move in there through the door. Then he's going to use 1 action to move here into space 11. And he's going to pick up this memory token. Now, I believe you can search and pick up memory tokens, even if a monster is in your space. Yeah. So he's going to pick up the memory token. I did look under searching, and it didn't say you couldn't search. So I think it's okay, because after all, you're not attacking the monster. So it is a bit against you, because you know, you're not attacking. But we'll see, we'll see. In fact, because I'm not sure, we'll just leave that there. And what we'll do is, he did his prosthetic move. Yeah, we'll do it this way. He did his prosthetic move for free, still got 4 actions. And because he's here and he's got the pistol, he's actually going to shoot at the mental patient. The mental patient does have a defense. So that's going to be ignored though, because we're using the pistol, and the pistol does have fire. It's 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he normally hits on a 5, does Bernard, but he gets +1 to his attack rolls off the pistol, which is good, because that 1 turns to a 2, that 2 to a 3. It's got 2 5s that turn to 6s, but both of those 5s hit because it's fire. So we do put 2 onto here. So his first proper action was an attack. We'll get rid of these. We'll keep those 5s. And he's going to attack again. Come on, polish it off. And 3 5s. That 4 turns into a 5. So that was 3 6s and a 5 really. Yeah, we've killed the mental patient. He goes back. So that's good. I've put in me... Oh, come on, Paul. Sorry. Just... I've been putting my scavengers with me with my mental patients on the side there. And it bugs me. So I've just put it right. Okay, so he did manage to kill it with his second action there. So 2 attack actions. Remember, that move was his free prosthetic leg move. He's still got 2 actions left, so we've done it anyway. We'll move in here, and for his 3rd action and his 4th action, he's picking up his memory. So plonk that over there. And we get his memory deck, which is up here. And we just pick one out. Now he's got 2 memories already. We didn't cash them in. You can cash them in for a skill. But the reason I didn't was because one of his memories, Burner's memory, it helps with searching. So I haven't cashed that one in. But we may be able to cash this and his generic memory, whatever this is, and his generic memory in for an extra skill. Oh, it's another Bernard memory. Remember to cover the hole in the wall with a poster. He's obviously watched The Shawshank Redemption. Prison break. Skill. 1 use only. Cost none. Move through a wall. Place a token between spaces and treat it as an open door, but only for him. Good, but not good enough. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cash that in with memory strip 2. So these are being discarded, and what he's going to do is he is then going to get himself a new skill. So just got to sort all this out. So got to get himself a new skill. So let's do just... I've forgotten what these were in. They've been under his card for forever. And we'll just pick one. Right, what's he got? Aggravated assault attack. Don't cost anything, but he's got to use a melee weapon. Double the amount of dice for this attack. He's a beast. So he's got aggravated assault now. And I'll put the other one away. So that's great. Bernard has got a new skill. We've also picked up a memory, and I think that actually kicks off the next scenario. So I'm just going to check my ad in, and then I'll be back shortly. So we may see what our next scenario is. Won't be a second. Hello, I'm back. Yes, it does. We got 5 memory tokens, so that's been fulfilled. We now have 5 scavengers, that's been fulfilled. 5 mental patients, so we've got 3 of our objectives. We've only got 2 nurses and 1 locker to do, and there's a locker there. So if we could kill 2 nurses pretty quick, we should get the locker. Yeah, next episode now, we should get the locker, that shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, then we've got to kill 2 nurses, so good stuff. Right, he just killed a mental patient, didn't he? So he gets dual wield back as well. So because he's allowed to get rid of cooldown when he kills something. That was the end of his turn, so we may as well find out what our new thing is now. So that's Asylum Field Day. The new one starts, and I'd already pulled 3 out at the start. I forgot what I pulled out, but they are quite easy. They are like they're not mega hard. So well, there we go. In fact, we'll roll a d6. Why not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's get rid of all this. Oh, I don't believe I've just done that. Don't! And the backs come off it and everything. No! It goes that way around, doesn't it? I think. Oh, what a clown. Right, that goes here. Bear with me, he was in the toilet, I remember that. That was there. He was coming down here, wasn't he? And that door was up there. Right, total disaster has been averted, and we'll roll this d6. A 3, so it's the one in the middle. And this is going to be our new scenario. The Mist. Objective, defeat 3 pairs of twins And the next scenario trigger will be when two pairs of the twins are defeated. So we've still got to finish Asylum Field Day. I still think that these trigger, but they'll trigger for both. Yeah, so see how it's just going to get mega hard? So we really need to get Asylum Field Day out of the way. And then we can get rid of this card. Next scenario, right, so the mist. Let's see what the mist is. I'll pull out and we'll go through it. And I'm back. So here we are with the mist. So objective, we've got to defeat 3 pairs of twins. I'll show you those in a minute. They are elite monsters. Set up, randomise a quarter. It is covered in mist. So we'll take a D4. So here it is, and we're going to find which one suddenly covers in mist. So I'll just roll it on the board. Should be quite easy to see. So he says rolling it behind a door. It's D quadrant. Yeah, so I'll just pull that up without rotating it. It is D quadrant. So D quadrant here is covered in mist. It doesn't affect the central tile. So I'm wondering how I'm going to show that. It might be just a question of I remind myself that it's covered in mist. So it's just this one. The central tile isn't. So just this D tile is now covered in mist. Spooky. Rules. The mist does not cover the central board piece. One random quarter is covered with a vision reducing mist. In this case it's D. The characters on that quarter get -1 to attack rolls. Damn it. After defeating a basic monster on that quarter, roll a D6. If the result is a 6, summon the twins to your space. Dun, dun, dun. Twins remain on the board until they are defeated. If the result is other than a 6, put a token on your character card. Every token grants +1 to the die roll on your next try, and all tokens are removed when the try is successful and the twins are summoned. Right, so how that works is obviously you'd start with a 6, then you defeat another monster, you get another +1. So say you defeat 6 monsters, well, it'll be 5, won't it? So say you defeat 5 monsters, you're just guaranteed to summon the twins, and you've got to kill 3 of them to actually beat this scenario. But you might have to go through a whole lot of basic monsters first, unless you roll really well. And even if you roll really well and summon the twins, well, the twins are beasts, and you've still got to kill them. So that's how that works. Let's just check the next scenario trigger. We'll see how we're going on. Yeah, if we defeat 2 pairs of the twins, and there's 1 pair still to go, then you start scenario 3. The special events, so the surges, those coloured stars on the movement cards. Surge green, all players roll an imagination test. Failing the test removes 1 marker from the character card, so it makes it, you know, you start losing those bonuses. Surge blue, the mist travels to another random quarter. Surge red, the basic monsters in the mist gain +1 to attack rolls and +1 to attack die this turn. Oh, that's horrendous. Handicaps, well, we don't have 3 players, we have 4 players. 4 players, each character begins the scenario with a marker. So because we're playing with 4, we get a bit of a bonus. And I don't know if you can see it. Yes, you can. I've just put a marker there right next to the heads of each character on their player sheet. So they've all got +1 marker at the moment. So essentially they only have to roll a 5 when they're in the mist-filled quarter, which is D, and say they kill one of these 3 down here, for example, or this chap up here. They manage to kill them, we roll a dice, we get a 5 or 6, the twins will immediately appear. Yeah, that's got its own problems, because if you kill the basic monster on your last action, the twins appear, you've got no actions left, and then the movement phase, the twins are just going to attack you. So you've got to be careful. Yeah, we're going to have to sort something out, keep on our toes. Very strategic game, this. So you've got to keep your wits about you. So that is the mist. Remember, we still have Asylum Field Day going on, essentially, because we've still got to kill 2 nurses, and we've still got to open a single locker. So we've still got a bit of a problem with the previous scenario. Oh, let's have a look at the twins. Nice, aren't they? What lovely kids. Not. And we'll have a look at the card. I've dug the card out. Yes, imagine meeting these in a dark corridor. Aren't they nice? So the twins, skills, they're elite. So these guys will come through doors. They'll come straight through doors. They won't get exhausted and they'll attack. Yeah, so these are nasty. They're ethereal. So it's a good job that we found that scythe. So the scythe will work against these guys. And they've got avoidance 5. So whenever you hit them, they'll have a chance to roll a die. And if they roll a 5 or above, they'll get out of the way. They're only tiny. They're only ickle and tiny. So they do get a chance to sort of dodge. Their attacks, they get 2. So this is horrendous. They roll 6 attack die. And that's hand symbol there. Because they're ethereal, that means they ignore defense for non-ethereal characters. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that Nicholas Jackson has got 2 defense. He's not ethereal. They ignore his defense. Yeah, so, and they get a critical strike as well. Yeah, so if they get a 6, natural 6, critical strike, and they've got 5 dice, and again, same thing, but that is an and. The reason they get 2 attacks is there's 2 of them. So there you go. What's this at the bottom? They discovered one of childhood's greatest truths. Grown-ups are the real monsters. They've got 2 defense, which is, God damn it. They only hit on a 5, thankfully. They do have 8 health, and thankfully they've only got 1 action, but they are elite, they are a menace, and they're a lot more difficult to kill. Mental patients and nurses are bad enough with 1 defense. Imagine these guys with 2. So the twins, they're going to be a problem. But fortunately, none are on the board at the moment. So we'll crack on with doing Asylum Field Day. Yeah, we'll try and finish that off. We'll let these guys come in here. We'll finish them off in Quadrant C. Yeah, finish them off in Quadrant C. We don't have to roll 6s. Yeah, or any of that palaver, because that only kicks in on D-Tile, which is the one covered in mist. Okay, right. So, it's going to be a long episode, this, isn't it? Because that new scenario's kicked in. So, that was Bernard's go. We've still got Beatrice to go, and we've still got the monster phase. So, Beatrice, we'll zoom in, see what she's going to do. And here we are with Beatrice, purple base. Now, I want to finish Asylum Field Day as quickly as possible now. So, let's achieve the objective here with the locker. So she'll use 2 of her action points to go 1, 2. Then she's going to search this locker. Now she's only got 6 imagination, unfortunately, but hopefully she'll be able to do the business. Can we see that? Yes, we can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But before we do that, we've got to have a look at what sort of locker that she's having a look at. So, ooh, a filing cabinet. She's going to have a look in a filing cabinet. And this is horrendous. We need at least 3 successes to find something. Ugh. Bobbins. Damn it. Right, nothing for it. Just got to roll. A 4, 5 or 6 is a success. Come on. Brilliant. Look at that, 5 successes. She's a beast. That is absolutely fantastic. So, we could get equipment if we wanted. And I think we will. We'll use all those 5 successes to get some equipment. Can discard that now. Doesn't go back in the bag. And let's get some equipment. And hopefully it'll be good. Fortunately, she isn't chock full of stuff. She's only got the kitchen knife and the scythe. The scythe is large, but so long as the equipment isn't large, we should be able to keep what we find. equipment, a backpack. Gain 3 additional equipment slots, and it's small. Woohoo! So that's brilliant. Durability is infinite, so she can hold all sorts of stuff now. Fantastic. Great piece of kit. So she's now got a backpack, pop a scythe and a kitchen knife and everything in it. Brilliant. Good find. Excellent. It also means we've found all of our lockers. So all we've got to do now is we've got to kill 2 nurses. We kill 2 nurses, we're laughing. The bad thing is that because we get knockbacks now, you know, so if we have to lose any progress, we're just using it off nurses all the time. So you can see it's just going to get more difficult and more difficult and more difficult. Watch it now. We'll get a blue. We'll get a blue star, and yeah, we'll lose both of the nurses that we've killed already. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. And that was her 3rd action, searching. But at least these 2 guys, you know, they're together. Right, that is it for the character phase. Next up, it's the monster phase. And here we are at the monster phase, so we need the movement deck. I wish I hadn't said about the blue surge token. I feel like I'm going to summon it. Right, here we go. So, movement. Oh, it's a green. Brink of Madness. Characters may roll an imagination test. May. Success, they recover an insanity. Fail, and they lose an insanity. Ooh, that's... Gonna have to have a think. Let's have a think. Just bring this out just in case we do decide to. Everybody's lost at least 1. Is it worth it? I mean, Helena has got 7 and Nicholas has got 7 imagination, so they've got a good chance. Ooh, just let me have a think. Okay, I'm back. We're not going to bother. We're going to leave it. We're doing so well with imagination, with insanity anyway. We'll just leave it. Right, green. So we've got 2 things that this affects at the moment. So we lose a nurse. So we've only killed 1 nurse. We need to kill another 3 now, which is annoying. And as far as the mist goes, we've got to roll an imagination test. And yeah, so we're doing an imagination test anyway, but we're just doing it for the mist. We've got to roll 2d6. If we get less than our imagination, we do not lose that marker. Yeah, that I mentioned. So who was first player? It was Nicholas. He needs to roll lower than a 7. He rolls a 4. He keeps his marker. We'll keep these dice. And after him, it's Helena. She needs lower than a 7 as well. 7, that's good enough. So she doesn't do it. Bernard, he needs lower than a 6. Come on, low. A 7, damn it. So he loses his marker. So he won't get that +1. Bit of a downer. And Beatrice, she needs lower than a 6 as well. She gets a 5, so she keeps her. So there's only Bernard who lost the additional marker there, so that's okay. We get Warden movement. It moves on to space 10, which is up here. Then we get monster movement. After the monster movement, which I'll do just now, we get a scavenger and a mental patient. So I'll do those in a moment. Right, I'll just do the monster movement. I'll be back shortly. Okay, done monster movement. And nobody's attacking anyone. I'll show everyone where everybody is just after I've rolled for our spawn. So first up is a scavenger. So we were using these coloured ones for a change, weren't we? And that's cocked again. I don't believe it. It's quadrant C, wouldn't you know it? And it's C9, which is, bloody hell, the toilet bowl again. So we've got another scavenger coming out of the toilet bowl. And the mental patient comes from, that's a 2, B2. So the mental patient is, it's right up there. Okay, right, get this out of the way. I'll zoom out and you'll see where all the monsters are. And here we are looking at the board. Yeah, there's B2 right up there, and you saw toilet bowl guy come out of here. It's where all the scavengers are coming from. So we're pretty much down here in quadrant C. Quadrant D is the one that's currently got the mist in. These are important, these nurses. So there's one here, and one here. We have to kill all of those in order to progress and actually beat scenario 1. So that's a bit of a pain, because the progress is continually going to get bumped back. What I'm going to check whether those surges still count, or it goes on to surges for the next scenario. Seems a bit stiff, you know, you're getting 2 lots of surges, but you know, it probably is that way. I'm just going to check. Yeah, getting 2 lots of surges for 2 scenarios running concurrently, yeah, that is a bit tough. So you see what I mean about this game being horrendously difficult. I mean, we're doing pretty well here. This is really well. So just goes to show, we're just we're just about managing it with a few house rules and the easiest scenario. So there you go. Okay, right, so that is it anyway for episode 8. Hope you've enjoyed it. We're getting more monsters on the board, so we'll have to thin those out. I mean, we have killed a few, but I think we're pretty much treading water at the moment. And once we start with these twins are going to be really tough. So we're going to have to work really hard to kill them. Because we're on scenario 2, it means the warden has got to get here, which is B12. So he has got a while to go now. So even if he gets to A12 and we haven't finished Asylum Field Day, we haven't lost it. Yeah, because we've now added the second scenario on. Yeah. So if we actually beat the second scenario before B12, we've won both scenarios. That's how it works. Alright, so, yes. Our characters, they're doing okay. They're sticking together, which is good. And so we've got a couple here, a couple here. I'll try and get them together again, because I want to kill monsters. I'm going to try and kill some monsters until we get Asylum Field Day done. I'd still like to drag in all the monsters and then kill them on C rather than D, because I don't want the twins coming out too early. But really, we haven't got enough nurses on the board, and I think I've made a tactical error thinking about it. I should have killed the nurses first, because they don't spawn very often. So I think we're going to have a real problem in actually doing Asylum Field Day now, because of those surges, and it will always be knocking back the nurses, because that's the last one left. So what I should have done is I should have done the lockers last, really. But never mind, that's just the way it is. Right, so that's it for episode 8. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Thank you for all the likes and the dislikes. Thank you very much. And just so long as you're watching, that's all I ask. Thank you. Anybody who's been across the board game links to upvote the site, thank you too. Similarly, anybody on BGG who's liked the video threads over there, made a comment, dropped Geek Gold, anything like that, thank you so much. Followers on Twitter, on Facebook and on Instagram, thank you so much. You are all stars. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And as ever, yeah, if I've made any mistakes, please let me know, and I will do my best to fix them if I can. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you for episode 9 of Lobotomy and Asylum Field Day stroke The Mist. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.